Hello, Austin. Thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One, to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your revenue, your leads, and increase your business. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website and see if those tips and tricks could outrank them to get you on the first page of Google, to get you in the front of eyes of a lot of consumers. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. Whatever I talk about here, you can definitely use on your own for your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. But either way, if you leave me a few lines of feedback, that'll help me get better at making these videos for local businesses. All right, so let's get started. So first is content. So for your homepage, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words. That just depends on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So for instance, you got a nice laid out website here, very organized. But one thing I would just increase is like your content, your keywords, your relevant content. That'll give you more searchability in Google. And I'll show you that. So speaking of Google, if I live in Kansas City, Missouri, looking for plumbing services, I might type this in, and here's what comes up. Here's ads here. They're hit or miss. You can invest in ads if you haven't already. Sometimes consumer hits them, but a lot of times they skip over. This is the map pack here. This is citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. And we feel this is the most important for searchability on Google. So the goal is you want to be on the first page of any kind of service you provide or area you provide on that first page of Google, right in the front of the face of consumers. Typically, we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List, because if the consumer is looking for a service, especially emergency, they're going to click on a local business. So as you scroll down, you see your website's not on the first page. But you can do some simple things on your website to compete with these local competitors and get on that first page of Google. So I'll start you, the goal is to be at the top here, but if you start somewhere in the middle, for instance, I'll compare your website to Lutz Plumbing. If you could do some things on your website to outrank him, outbeat him, you'll be in that first page of Google. So to compare websites, here's a tool we use. It's called Ahrefs. It's how we do a deep dive in websites. Here's your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So on that website, you're using 27 keywords. So you definitely want to increase your keywords, your content, and keep the ones that you have now, and you could add more keywords. So think about all the services you do, all the areas you serve. Kansas City, Greenwood, you get a Grandview, Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, wherever you go. You get very creative on increasing your keywords. So you want to have more bang for your buck. So definitely higher volume, the better. So keep all your keywords, but also increase your keywords. So compare that to a local competitor. Here's Lutz Plumbing. They've been around a while. Strong website here, but definitely when it comes to specific areas, definitely rankable, outrankable. You could beat them out. So here's their numbers right here. Here's a website. So they're using 248 keywords. So their keyword game is a little bit stronger. But here's the beauty. You could take some words that apply to you that's not on your website. For instance, I don't know if Plumbing KC is on your website, but you could steal that in your website, and bam, you got 600 search volume right there. So again, he's getting very creative. Plumbers KC, Plumber KC, getting very creative on his keywords. So if you get closer to his keywords, you get close to outranking him. All right, and then the second thing I was talking about is backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where you find one website linking to another website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. Also think of it as a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins. But keep this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have other plumbing services, HVAC services, electrical company websites linking back to you. If a restaurant or lawyer's office, doctor's office is linking back to you, it doesn't give you that trust, power, searchability with Google. So Austin, your backlink game is strong. You have over 7,000 backlinks. That's one of the most I've seen lately. But you have 44 reference domains. So you want to increase your reference domains because that's a lot of backlinks. So you want to get more diverse in your reference domains. But let's compare that to your competitor here. Let's go back there. Yeah, you are killing him in the backlinks. He only has 477, but he has 99 reference domains. So remember what I said, not all backlinks are created equal. So I would go back, double check your backlinks, make sure they're relevant, make sure they're strong. So the idea here is to get close to these numbers. You still dominate him in backlinks, but make sure they're relevant, increase your keywords, and here's what traffic you're looking like. So he has over 1,000 traffic compared to your 54 traffic. And then the last thing is citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, number, address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. Again, the goal is to be in the top 3 or 4. Here's 4 here, but sometimes there's only 3. Much like on page 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click to go. People don't click this button for more services. So you want to be right in front of the face of consumers. So citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB, hundreds of others you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great too. So here's the idea. Your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank them. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors in all the areas you serve. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's so worth it, to be in the eyes of consumers here and here. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that could generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this video for you to start helping generate those leads. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue to scale as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that, give you some more information. Or we can even just have a conversation about your goals. I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a few lines of feedback, that helps me get better at making these videos. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this was informative. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.